guess, that's sort of in line with my cynical view about politicians, is that it's like the changing direction of the wind when they speak. So, look, and the other side of that is that when we talk about, because there's a change in geopolitical within the world, right? And obviously that's already given some sort of uplift to critical metals that were sort of really very China dominated, Russian dominated, mainly China dominated. And I'm speaking of rare earths and obviously things that like tin has some issues, and so there is a big push in WA, in Australia, to chase these kind of minerals. Do you think that national interests will override, let's just say, like the Green Movement or something, or will there be carry favours of nationalism from a government if you're chasing, rare earths or something? But I'm not putting words in. I'm just saying, could you see that happening?
I think it's fair to say that regardless of political persuasion, in Australia there is a strong recognition of the significance of the critical minerals. The very fact that there's a critical minerals policy and that there are measures in place to promote the search for and the exploration and the mining of those minerals is essentially a bipartisan environment. So I don't think it's going to change. I think it's going to continue to improve with policies that have largely been put in place by the coalition government. But at a global level, you're seeing that those policies are also generally in harmony with the biggest players, such as the United States, particularly with respect to a pushback against the Chinese dominance. Once again, and as I've touched on earlier, Western Australia has rare earths, particularly in the area around Meekatharra and other areas. And outside of Chinese producers, Australia has Lynas Corporation, which is doing really well, is actually mining and refining rare earths. We'll continue to do that. It is strategically significant. The United States fully recognises that. The United States itself really only has one current mine that can be geared up to produce rare earths themselves. So they support all the efforts that we in Australia are doing. And I think globally too, it's not just US push back against Chinese dominance in certain mineral sectors. It is the rest of the world are also recognise that and are making their own efforts to diversify away from Chinese supply. So that's a good thing. So it's created a pretty good bipartisan environment, to be honest and fair-minded.